Okay, I'll just give you a quick walk round the car. I won't do my usual thing because it's lashing down and blowing a gale. There's just a couple of marks on the front bumper. Now we've kept the price at $3,995. We could have had the paintwork done, but that would probably put it up to about $44.95 and put it out of some people's reach. So if you want the paintwork doing, we can do it at a cost, but if not, then that's fine. Multi-spoke alloy wheels. We've got on top here the pan roof, which is really good. Privacy glass on the back. The side protective mouldings there. And then rear parking sensors. Rear wash wipers you'd expect. All my stuff in the back. So the back seats fold down. I'll try and remember to cut a piece of video in to show you how flat it is, the load space, but if not, you've got the 6 and 7 seats. In the back here again, it's a horrid day today, so I've got all my coats. Oh gosh. I'll launch myself in here. If this has got child locks on, we're in big trouble, because I'll never get out. So that's the space here for the rear passengers. The headrests extend for an adult as well. I'll show you how to put them up, but basically just to put them down it is like so. We've got the full length panoramic roof as well with the shade bands across, so that's good. And then up here we've got the third inertia, easy for me to say, inertia reel belt for the centre passenger. So that's with the back seat folded down. Let's just chuck all this in the back so I can show you. Four coats. You'd think I was going to Iceland or something. Right. Fortunately, it's not got child locks on. So, like so. Into the back here. Again, you've got all this overhead storage there. And on the back of the seat, little picnic tables with cup holders. These 3 seats fold down. Very nice condition upholstery, been well looked after. You've got the rear privacy glass, which doesn't look as dark when you're looking out as it does when you're looking in. I'll just take you for a ride in it now. We've got 2 remote keys there, proper ignition lock, and get it started.
People in Perth show, so it's really good.
Get the heater on because it's freezing today and horrid weather. Okay, so it's a Ford Galaxy 2-litre TDCi Zetec 5-door, 2006 on a 56 plate, full panoramic roof and 7 seats. Has done, shut up, let me just see, where's the, there we go, 96,856 miles. Fuel economy, urban 34.4, extra urban 51.4, and combined is 43.5. A 0 to 60 time of 9.9 seconds and a top speed of 120 miles per hour out of a 138 brake horsepower 16 valve engine. Road tax not too bad, 6 months £126.50, 12 months is 230. So I'll just try and point a few things out as we go. These Galaxies with the pan roof always remind me of going on holiday, and in fact when the seatbelt light comes on, it makes me want to jump up and empty all these compartments. It's a very practical car, 7 seats, plenty of room for everybody. It'd be best if 5 adults and 2 children kind of thing, but even so, an adult can sit in the back. without too much trouble. Now then, service history. Here we go, proper stamped service history. 12th of the 12th, 2007, 5,900 miles at Jim's Garage Ford, and then 14,452 on the 10th of the 11th, 2008, again at Jim's Garage Ford. 20,710 on the 5th of the 11th, 2009, sorry, like 2069, I thought I'd been asleep. Then 9th of the 11th, 2010 at 27,228, Jim's Garage Ford. 8th of the 11th, 2011, 33,755, Jim's Garage Ford. 11th of the 12th, 2012, 39,296, Jim's Garage Ford. And then we go on to Prestige Motors. I know they sold it, so they've serviced it before it went out. That's probably when they sold it, at 45,620, 9th of the 10th, 2013. Crescent Motoring Services, 51,767 on the 2nd of the 10th, 2016. Is that 2014? Gordon Bennett. 26th of 10th, 2015, 56,627, Crescent Motoring Services again, and then a local garage to us, Allwins Autocare, Chorley, 71,069, 30th of the 1st, 2017, and we'll service it again before it goes out, and it's so it will be up to date. So great car. These Galaxies with the pan roof always remind me of going on holiday, and in fact when the seatbelt light comes on, it makes me want to jump up and empty all these compartments. It's a very practical car, 7 seats, plenty of room for everybody. It'd be best if 5 adults and 2 children kind of thing, but even so, an adult can sit in the back without too much trouble. Let's see. Here we go. So height and reach adjustable multifunction steering wheel. Just get that down a little bit. And I think the seat, I'll just take you for a ride. We'll put the lights on because it's pretty dismal out there. As I say, quite tidy. The majority of the car is in very good condition. The only problems seem to be is just both corners at the front, but only on the middle trims. We will touch it up and it will look a whole lot better, but I thought it'd be more honest to just show you what it's like underneath the touch up, just in case you don't immediately notice it when you come to see it. It may be something that you couldn't live with. It may be something that you'd rather have a car, a kiddie bus that's going to get well used, and you'd rather save yourself 400 or 500 quid. So, usual thing with Galaxies, nice to drive, or to be honest, all Fords are pretty nice to drive, I would say. Nice gearbox, nice light clutch. I thought I just felt a little bit of judder when I was braking before, but we've been so busy since this car came in. It's kind of been neglected and made way for some more expensive vehicles we've had get cleaned and that have been sold and to get ready to go out and video and all that business. So it has been parked up. Sometimes if they're just parked up wet, then they go rusty at the back of the brake pad, and that causes just a little judder until it wears off. So we'll see whether it wears off anyway, but it's something that we'll keep an eye on. And that's kind of what this road test, or part of it, is all about, just to make sure that we can point out to the mechanics anything that they may not spot on just a ramp inspection. we take it for a 10-mile drive, make sure there's no leaks, that everything's working, and then we can report back and point them in the right direction if we're a bit dubious about something. So all the windows work. We'll just try door mirrors up, down, sideways. Yep, that works. Flick it over to the passenger one. Passenger works as well. CD radio. Great accessory, fitted standard on from the Zetec up, I think, from memory. Heated front screen as well. But there's bags of room, and it drives as nice as anything you could wish for, really. Wipers are good at the front. That's a good sign. Just check the back. Yep, back one's good too. And the squirty things are working. It's got one of these, also reminds me of a plane, the big handbrake, like an aeroplane throttle. Oil recoveries was a bit late coming through the lights there. Great to drive, nice light airy feel to them, so especially with the sunroof there, so I would imagine that'll help the kids not get travel sick in the back. The police around Lancashire, we're getting a lot of cars stolen just recently, and the police are certainly hot on the case at the moment. I've been stopped twice in the last week for being on trade plates, because the car itself, their vehicle recognition software picks up the registration plate of the car and not the trade plate, and unless the car is taxed, you've no need to put it on the database. So therefore, you can imagine that's just us in the last week, me being stopped twice. Once outside Starbucks, which was very embarrassing since I go in there every day. But as I say, the problem is, we've got 30 cars now. To keep putting them on the MID database and knocking them off would take forever. But can you imagine what it must be like for a used car supermarket with 600 or 700 cars, for somebody to have to do those all the time? It would probably take 2 full-time staff. So I'm just forewarning you, if you see blue lights, our customer this morning was handled it very well, but was quite surprised. I do keep a copy of our insurance policy on my mobile phone. But it did take them a few minutes just to check it out. All was well in the end. And our local Bobby's doing a great job. But they do look at me funny when I go in Starbucks now. Very, as I say, very, very windy today. A little bit of wind noise, but I don't think that's I don't think that would be a normal thing on the car. And as I say, I would imagine terribly lazy going around that roundabout in 5th. You can see now why I drive an automatic these days. But this is just a price range 7-seater. The mileage isn't horrendous for a 2006. So in fact, I would say it's pretty low, and it does drive nicely. There's no wear to speak of on the seats. It's not as grubby as a lot of the 7-seaters you get, which have been really abused. And it's also got a full service history, which I forgot to say at the beginning, so I'll try and cut that. I'll do it in a minute, and I'll cut that in at the beginning as well. So if you're watching this video now, I will have already told you. These middle row of seats as well fold virtually flat, so if you need a massive load space, then you've got right up to the back of the driver's seat. We've got front central armrests here, cup holders there. That is the locking wheel nut, and it is in the cup holder. We've been so busy since, to be honest, since Christmas. It was a busy year last year, but this is the best start to a year that I can remember ever, and I've been in this job for 45 years plus, really. We're always busy at Christmas, but this is just carried on into the new year, and long may it continue. I have a program on my computer, and every time somebody clicks on the website, it dings, and last night it was like a fire alarm. It was very encouraging, really, for the new year. Got front and rear parking sensors as well. Nice comfortable seats. They are built up at the sides as well, not like real sport seats, but comfortable. They don't give you a massive lip to drag yourself into here, but they do hold you in place. Dual zone climate control, and just here there's your volume controls for your radio, and you can flip channels. Over here you've got your information display. It tells you there what radio station you're on, and then how many miles to go before you need petrol, which in our case at the moment, or diesel, is 19 miles. Average miles per gallon, which is showing 38.8, which is good because I've just had it ticking over while I've been photographing it, and also it would have been ticking over while Lance was cleaning it. So usually it will do a heck of a lot more than that. Then we've got average speed, outside temperature, which 10 degrees, it feels a bit colder than that, although I suppose it is mild for this time of year. 96,863 miles, and that's it. Then you can reset trip, information, clock, all different settings, and setup. I'm just going to set up and see what it says. Display, chimes, alarm. This gentleman's letting me through here, which is very good of him. It's a lady. This would make a very, very good kid bus. Go. And actually I must just, seeing as we're out in a Ford, I must just say thanks to Ford. They've lent me that Fiesta ST line there for the week to evaluate and make a video of, and also to get to know how to learn the Sync 3 audio and media system. So big thanks to Ford there.